Howdy everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're actually going to be talking about something that I'm very excited to announce. This is a project that will be months in the making. We're going to put together a PowerPoint and everything. So basically this is a question that was asked 11 days ago. So since that question was posed, I started getting the balls rolling on research that I have been doing for 2 years. So hopefully there's enough content in that research period to put together a beautiful PowerPoint and presentation for my viewers. And so here's the question from Leonard Miller 4357, and this was on my first magic show. It was on the Ultimate Magic Show kit review that I did. So here's the question from Leonard Miller. Hey man, I enjoy your videos. Thank you. That means so much to me. Just curious, have you tried performing magic at a restaurant? I have been wanting to go to a restaurant to start a residency. I would start by performing for free just to build my skills. Do you have any advice on this? So I responded because I respond to everything. As long as YouTube lets me know that somebody commented, I will like and heart everything and respond to everything because my channel is small enough that I can do that kind of stuff, which is great. So I like to interact. That's my favorite part of what I do, is interacting with you. So anytime you want to put something down below, I will react. Even if you're being hypercritical, even if you want to say something off the wall, I will come up with something funny to me to say back to you. So if you want to have a little banter, I just want to have fun. That's really all I'm here for. So let's chat in the comments, right? So my response is, that is an excellent question. So that's a reference to one of my all-time favorite movies, which is Meet the Robinsons, because every time that Lewis tries to ask something, he's like, that's an excellent question, because he won't answer any of his questions. So anyway, I have not had the opportunity for that yet. So my experience is limited, but my knowledge and research may be useful, as I mentioned. So I have performed at parties, and I have started to do some public stuff when I go out, but nothing substantial. And even since last year, I've kind of taken a dive and taken a step back from YouTube, as you may have noticed, simply because I'm not interacting. I've changed my routine. I'm doing other things, and well, to be honest, YouTube, I lost half my revenue, and I know exactly why, but it's not so much a depressing thing as just I took a step back for life reasons. I have to reevaluate what I'm doing, but other things as well. So I understand I switched my channel to magic specifically, and so my toy reviews are not performing as well, but that's fine because I want to do magic and I want to perform magic for you. I just don't have to do 100 videos a month in order to make that happen. I'm almost at 1,000 videos. That's almost 500 magic videos. I'm perfectly okay with that. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers, but the thing is I need my lifestyle to reflect that. Like, I look at Jason Marr as a huge success story. Basically, I started watching him when he started doing social media, but he had been performing magic for a decade. And he started from nothing, and Street Magician Dude is 500,000 subs now. And this is phenomenal. So congratulations, Jason. This is great. I'm glad that I could be a part of that journey to a degree where I'm watching you be successful. And it's because he's posting stuff regularly. He's traveling. He's figuring out what's working. He's got a great channel, and he's got a great momentum and motivation behind him. So fantastic there. Anyway, back to my response. I will put together a video on this, but for the moment, I would recommend checking out Jason. I do apologize. Jason Norbito. I messed up the magic guys. I meant Josh Norbito, and then there's Jason Marr that I just mentioned, for some insight on the business side. So basically, Josh Norbito is a corporate magician, and so he talks a lot. Early on, he talked a lot about how that corporate type of atmosphere would work when you're talking to business, when you're doing a business related transaction. Doug Kahn for magic and performance tips. And so Doug Kahn is being somebody that I recommend all the time, constantly for everything, has been in the business for a majority of his life. He learned from some of the greatest people out there. He can tell you books, magazines, magic tricks, props, anything. I call him the Encyclopedia of Magic. He's based out of New Orleans, so if you're in the United States traveling, he also does shows that he's traveling to a lot too. So I would definitely recommend checking him out. He's mostly a street performer, but he can do cross-platform very well. He's also very successful on YouTube. He's released some TikTok stuff, not just videos, but also manuscripts and books about how to perform better. I actually have it sitting right... I need to organize this office. It's everywhere. It's crazy. So much stuff happening lately. But yeah, definitely recommend Doug Kahn, Jason Marr, and Josh Norbito for the inspirational. They're out there killing it. They're doing stuff every single day. They're publishing, they're posting. Check out the Magic Guys. They have almost 200 videos in their podcast library right now where they talk and they bring in magicians from all around the world. You're going to want to check that out. And there's so much information, even some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, because a lot of what I learned from these guys. So, I also recommended checking out Bob Possible. He's funny. He's got this different type of style. And he has a success story that I absolutely love, which is this. So, in 2020, he picked up cards and started doing cardistry. This is his story as he explains it. He would show people these complicated moves, and they would go, meh. Do you know a trick? So he started learning card tricks. And then so people were more interested in the card trick that you could basically do out of the box rather than the cardistry that took him hours to learn. But he did it and he learned it, and then he put together a persona based on him, and then he started performing. He doesn't do a whole lot of social media, but he was doing some traveling. You can see him connected with the Magic Guys. Absolutely phenomenal. If you like a different type of humor, he's the guy to go for. But he's also younger, and he's also just starting out in the business. Just learned magic a couple of years ago, whereas the other people I talked about has been doing it for 10, 15 years. They came up on the scene. Bob Possible just made it possible. He's beautiful. So go check him out. Okay, and there's so many other people that I could recommend, but I didn't do it in this post here. Let's see what's next. Bob Possible, he is relatively new but has made some fantastic public strides. If you are considering... Where am I at? Oh. Whew. I apologize. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting very tired. I've been doing a bunch of videos. And why is that? Because I've got the drive and I've got the itch to be on here and showing you stuff. And this type of video is not that performance-based video. This is me chatting with you. This is me telling you exactly who I am and how I feel. And yeah, I'm tired, but I love what I'm doing, and I'm excited about getting this information out to you. So Maximum Entertainment 2.0 is sitting right here. I know exactly what that is at all times. That book is not necessarily about magic. It's about the way of life when it comes to performing, and it's the book, the comprehensive compendium of knowledge that you're going to want on your night table, in the bathroom, on your coffee table, wherever you're at. You're going to want this book next to your side. If you're going to be performing, it's going to talk about every aspect of performing, and it's the updated version. It's the 2.0 from Ken Weber, and this is going to give you a huge leg up on the competition. If you want to talk about performing Leonard Miller, if you want to talk about performing at a restaurant, this is the book to have, because you're going to want to talk to them. You're going to want to know your venue. You're going to want to know your location, your situation. You're going to know where the exits are. You're going to want to know where the seating is. You're going to want to know everything about how to perform, and you want to know what your setup's going to be like. If you show up and you're like, hey, am I going to need this or am I going to need that? What's the lighting like? What's like the sound like? Do I need an amplifier? Where do I stand? All of these things. It's going to talk about all this stuff. And Josh Norbito also talks about this, especially back. He did a lot of great examples when he did Australia's Got Talent. He did a breakdown of that where he rented out a rehearsal studio and he performed a week straight to get it down perfect. And that's exactly what you're going to need to do if you're going to be performing a stage show. You could, some restaurants have a stage. You can do that. Or if you're going to be doing walk around, pick a couple of tricks, 3, 4, 5, maybe do, and here's what I do. I do 3 sets of 3. So basically, you're going to walk in, you're going to have 3 tricks with your cards. Just throwing this out there, it doesn't have to be this. 3 tricks with your cards, 3 tricks with your coins, and then your kicker ending for 3 tricks. And then you can reperform those, or you can reset them quickly, and then you can move from table to table, and then you can do whatever you want to do at the beginning and the end, which is going to be your opener and your closer. And it's going to be fantastic. That's exactly what you can do. And just start performing. Start performing early and often. So that's a powerful quote that you can take with you, and it's, I can't remember exactly, I think it's probably Doug Kahn or Ken Weber. Excuse me, sorry. So that's the book you want to have. And lastly, I've said this for a long time, and I have not done it because I have so much stuff to do, but I have this medium, but I also have a couple other things. But join an improv night at a comedy center. If you have a acting group or a comedy center, or just was talking to a old pal of mine about Dungeons and Dragons. Join a Dungeons and Dragons game and just play a persona. Just get outside of yourself and enjoy the freedom of being able to make choices that don't have consequences. So that way, if you were to go to play a certain role or persona that you're comfortable playing, when you go to perform magic, you're wearing it like a second skin, and you're not nervous because you do it all the time, and you're ready for that. So just play around with the idea of being outside of yourself, and good luck. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. So that's my response to that. And then what I did is I sat down and I created a outline for this, this is what I'm calling the project. It's the Introduction to Public Production. So, I believe that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, public production. So, Introduction to Public Production. And that is basically putting on, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10 and a half pages of notes and material and things to go through that we're going to be building a PowerPoint on and talking about and putting together this beautiful, I don't even know how long it's going to take. I basically have to map it out and do the PowerPoint for it, and then do the presentation for it, and upload that for you on the podcast live on the Self-Reflection podcast, because this is the type of content that you should have in your life, and giving you great resources and knowledge and entertainment and everything that you could possibly need from a channel in order for you to take it upon yourself to go out and perform in public. This is going to be all of the information that I have gathered, and some other little nuggets that can go into helping you out in reaching your goals of being a performer in a restaurant and gain a residency. Hopefully this will help you. Leonard Miller. Thank you so much for commenting on my video. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and stay tuned for this. It may take me a little bit to get this PowerPoint put together because I want to do it right. I love making PowerPoints. I love doing presentations. I'm going to put every ounce of effort that I can spare into this project. So stay tuned for that, because I might be posting pictures of these slides as I go, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned for the Introduction to Public Production by yours truly. And thank you everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.